Quizzes, Kane. I've just done a quick video for you. I do not do that one. So, quizzes. There's two main types of quizzes. There's quizzes that you put on your website for user engagement and retention. If you think of, say, a company that's a marketing company, they might put a quiz on their website about marketing, search engine optimization or whatever, and it keeps their visitors sort of happy and engaged, and also passes on knowledge and general impression that you know what you're talking about because you set the quiz. So quizzes are becoming the new blog as far as visitor retention and stuff goes. So I searched for, what did I search for? This is 16 best quiz makers in 2020. So promotion options, data collection analysis, lead capture. These are the players, Google, Microsoft, they're all sort of in it. Now, they tend to be forms, basically, a form system. And they work like a website builder. They're just as annoying. And they're not cheap. You know. Well, Google Forms is. But, you know, they're incredibly boring as well. I don't think if anybody bothers doing them. They're just like crap, really. But anyway, it is what it is, and they can be used for forms. Are quite in at the moment, and they're new sexy, I guess. So right, that's one side of forms, of quizzes and stuff. Now the other is the app, you know, the freemium app on this page, like this one. Now they tend to be multiple choice. Well, they're only multiple choice actually. You can't, the problem is you can't ask a question such as name a Manchester football club and then expect people to type in the answer, because they might make a spelling mistake. You might have the answer as Man United and they type in Manchester United. You couldn't even have that question because somebody might put Man City and the answer would be Man United. So you can't code the answer and have it automatically process it, not without being clever. So they tend to be multiple choice. And things like this one is... it has a timer, it has some annoying sort of jingles and clapping when you get it right, and it's quite bloody awkward to set up as well. You've got a freemium model, so there'll be something lacking in the free one. Anyhow, that's there's a lot of them, and I think that's one of the most popular ones. But they all work on that same principle, which is obviously you've got quizzes for teachers as well, and it's multi-choice sort of revision cramming type quiz. Now, none of these work in a casual way like the family quiz that you guys have created. And what it is, it's quite subtle in that if you think as VAR is ruining football, because when you go to the pub to talk about the match, there's nothing to talk about because VAR sorted it out. Whereas in the past, you'd have a ref that was perhaps biased or made some poor decisions, and that's what the only thing that people ever talk about is these anomalies, if you like. So the casual ask any question where you have a quiz master who is controlling the quiz I don't know, you think of Celebrity Juice, you've got Keith Lemon there, and he decides who gets points and what the format of the question is, and it's very informal and it can go off on a tangent, and that sort of thing is miles more fun than a quiz app or a survey type quiz. So, this is what I've created so far, which is, looks more complicated than it is. So it's got buttons, we've got teams at the top. This has got 4 teams. I can add points to each team with these coloured buttons, like I can add points to yellow. Reset points, and I can subtract points as well. You know, if it was penalising wrong answers or something, you can... So this is just adding scores. That whole bar just adding or removing scores to them, and I've copied it down at the bottom. Now, delete that one. There's a default question. So I can ask this question, name a Manchester football club, and then I can decide, you know, who got the right answer before I show them it, and say, right, so team 1 got it, team 3 got it, and team 4 got it, and team 2 didn't. To create a new question, you just type something in. I just had one about Chinese flag, didn't I? What colours are on the Chinese flag? I can make it multi-choice if I want. Well, I don't want to make it multi-choice. I'm just going to put red and yellow. Now I'll make it multi-choice. So you can have blue, green, red, black, yellow, orange. And the answer is red and yellow. It's a bit... In fact, I'll edit that one because I didn't spell blue right. So it looks nice and red. I don't know what that one was. So it's a bit. So when you ask this question, the quizmaster could decide who's got it wrong. Right, so you can ask everybody, what did you get, Kane? What did you get, Nana? Whatever. And then you can say, the answer is red and yellow. Go back and then decide who got points. Everybody got that one right. But creating questions is... is Great Wall of China. Great Wall of China in miles. There, I've done it before. Now I can put the answer in there. I'll probably look it up actually. But if I go, I can put media in there if I want. Oh, in fact, I did this earlier. It's probably in there. Answer. It had a bit of YouTube in it. There, look. So all I've done here is cut and pasted the answer from some website. I put a href in there to a YouTube channel. That could be an image or a sound or whatever. And if I did it properly, I'd just have a field here. I'd have a field for if there's a question image, like which is the odd one out in this image, like I could put a field in here, just have a where you cut and paste a URL in, and this is, I could have another field there, but it's so when I ask this question now, and you say, everybody gives their answer, and I say the actual length is 13,000 miles, see this video in actual fact. Very Great Wall Cherry. But the thing is, it's reasonably easy to create a quiz like this and then run it and play it. And I know it's all bright colours in this lot, but the concept is it's just a concept. Before you get to this page, you probably choose a name for your quiz and how many teams and what the team names are, and then just go through, make your questions, and that's it. Basically, it's just a simple system. It's actually quite difficult to maintain this score and that, because you know, you can easily, because you're navigating away to another page and then you're just going back, forward, you can go back. It's weird. Maintaining that score is quite difficult on the website, as you would imagine, and it looks simpler than it, you know. It's quite interesting. And I did it with JSON. I could have done it with a database, which would probably do if I did it. But I just want to explain the quiz system, and so we can discuss it. It's one of those things that we might look at developing. Anyway, I'll stop recording now.